Hey guys, today's recipe for our At Home with etúHOME series is my layered salad for lunch. I love putting together a delicious salad, and their medium canister with this tight-fitting lid is perfect for this recipe. I pulled out a lot of my pantry staples as well as all of the fresh foods I had in my refrigerator that I wanted to use or on my countertop that needed to be used. So this recipe is gonna be full of yummy things. First and foremost, I had some canned tuna, some albacore tuna in water. So I'm gonna add that first to my canister. Next, I had some chickpeas, some canned chickpeas in my pantry. So I'm gonna add those as well. So the important thing is, just remember to kind of, as you layer all of your food in here, to spread everything out. So I'm gonna add my chickpeas. So I'm gonna add those next. And again, spread those out. My next ingredient, I had some baby cucumbers in my refrigerator. So slice those fairly thin, not super thin, but pretty thin, you know, sort of that size. Gonna add those, spread those out a bit. Last, I had some beautiful grape tomatoes on the vine sitting on my countertop. Don't ever refrigerate tomatoes, bad idea. Always keep your tomatoes on the countertop, and I'm gonna add these to my salad as well. Okay, and the last bit of vegetables that I'm gonna add are actually from my pantry, pickled beets. I am a huge fan of pickled beets, so I'm gonna add those to my salad. They're pretty big chunks, but that's okay. You can cut all of your veggies into whatever size you like. I just like to thinly slice everything and have everything fairly, a fairly small size. All right, so I have all of my vegetables. I have my proteins on the bottom with my tuna and then my chickpeas and all of my layered veggies. And now the most important part, this is what is gonna make your salad, and that is a delicious vinaigrette. So this vinaigrette that I'm making is more of a kind of a French-inspired vinaigrette. I like to make my dressings in just a simple, you know, bar glass jar with a nice tight-fitting lid, because we're gonna add all of our ingredients to this and then shake it up so that it emulsifies the... All right, I'm gonna continue making my dressing, but I did wanna point out very quickly that my canister is really quite full, and you can see all of the beautiful layers there. This is gonna be a yummy salad. Get your glass jar, citrus, and something acidic for your dressing. So I have apple cider vinegar and 1 lemon that has been juiced. So I'm gonna pour that in my jar first. I always like to add just a little bit of sweetness to my salad dressings, just to kind of cut that tartness of the citrus. So I have about a tablespoon of local honey that I'm gonna add here too into my salad dressing. Next are my spices. So I have a little bit of a sea salt. It's actually a French picnic sea salt from one of my favorite local companies, Beautiful Briny Sea. So I'm gonna add a splash of the sea salt. And then last, I'm gonna add some nice cracked pepper, lots of nice cracked pepper to this before I add my olive oil and shake it up. Okay, so I've added all my spices. Here I just have an extra virgin olive oil that I'm gonna stick in here. It's about 3/4 cup. This is gonna make enough salad dressing to cover all of these layers of vegetables that you've just created. I was once told by someone who knows more about cooking than I do that when he would make his salads, he would always prepare all of kind of the hearty sliced vegetables first and his salad dressings, and then he'd marinate his vegetables essentially in the salad dressing that he had prepared for this salad, and then add all of his greens and kind of everything that would get wilty more towards the end. So that's basically the same concept here. So we are shaking our salad dressing so that it emulsifies, and then I'm gonna pour it. All right, I'm gonna add my salad dressing. I'm pouring all of this salad dressing into my canister with all of my prepared vegetables. This is gonna marinate in your refrigerator. Last, but certainly not least, we're gonna add all of our greens. I have a bunch of different mixed greens in my refrigerator, so I'm gonna do a variety of different things in this salad. First, I had some endive, some Belgian endive, which I just sliced into smaller pieces. So I'm gonna put that on top first. This is one of my heartier lettuces, or greens for lack of a better term. So I'm gonna put that on first. Next, I had some baby arugula, so I'm gonna add my baby arugula to this too. And I'm running out of space, but that's okay. I also had some radish microgreens. I love microgreens, and you can add them to this. The more variety, the better. I also had some baby spinach, which I'm gonna kind of tear into smaller. Last but certainly not least, if you have any fresh herbs in your refrigerator, if you have a beautiful herb garden, if you're lucky enough to have one in your backyard, grab some of your fresh herbs. I had some mint, so I'm gonna add my mint just a little bit to kind of give it just a little nice flavor, minty, very, very, very subtle mint flavor. So I have a couple leaves that I'm gonna tear into smaller pieces. There you go. I have all of my layers of my salad ready to go. I'm then gonna pop this top on, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge, and I'm gonna let it marinate for several hours. And the wonderful thing about this salad, all of these amazing vegetables and your tuna and your chickpeas at the bottom of your canister are gonna soak up all of that all of that vinaigrette. It's gonna be absolutely delicious, and it's gonna make a delicious and healthy family lunch for my family of 4.